I heard my mom call me. It was 9:17 p.m. when I heard my mom call my name. Adam. Her voice floated up the staircase, casual and clear, the way it always did when dinner was ready or she needed help carrying groceries. I was in my room, half lying on my bed, phone in hand. The house smelled faintly like detergent and whatever she had been cooking earlier. Normal? Safe? Yeah, I called back. No response. I rolled my eyes and stood up, coming. The hallway upstairs was dim, lit only by the small nightlight near the bathroom. The stairs creaked the way they always did when I stepped on the third plank from the top. Halfway down, I noticed something. The kitchen light was off. Strange. I had clearly heard her from downstairs. "Mom," I said again, softer this time. The house answered with silence. Then Adam. The voice came again. Closer. But not from the kitchen. From the living room. It sounded like her. Exactly like her. But there was something slightly wrong. The tone was flatter. Less breathed behind the words, like someone replaying a recording. A cold prickle crawled across my arms. I stepped off the last stair and looked toward the living room. Dark. The TV was off. No lamp. No movement. The front door was locked. I could see the deadbolt. "Mom," I called again, louder. This time, the reply came immediately. "Adam, come here." From the hallway behind me. Upstairs. My stomach dropped. Slowly. Very slowly. I turned toward the staircase. The upper floor was dark now. Darker than before. The nightlight by the bathroom had gone out, and at the very top of the stairs, something stood there. Not fully visible. Just a shape. The outline of a person. Perfectly still. It had my mother's silhouette, the same height, the same haircut, even the same slight tilt of the head. "Adam," it said softly. The voice matched her perfectly now. Warm. Almost affectionate. "Why didn't you answer me?" My heart pounded so hard it felt like it was trying to burst from my chest. "You were downstairs," I whispered. The shape at the top of the stairs twitched slightly, like a puppet adjusting on strings. "No," it said. "I have been right here." Every instinct in my body screamed to run, but my legs would not move. "Come up," it continued. The voice sounded gentle, but there was something beneath it. Impatience. I took a step backward, and that was when the closet door beside me flew open. A hand shot out and grabbed my wrist. I almost shouted, but another hand covered my mouth. "Do not," my mother whispered in my ear. I turned. She was behind me, in the coat closet, under the stairs. Her face was pale, terrified. "I heard it too," she breathed. My blood ran cold. The thing upstairs shifted, its head bent at an unnatural angle. Listening. We stood frozen in the closet. It was cramped and smelled like dust and old jackets. My mother's grip on my wrist was shaking. "Stay quiet," she whispered. Outside, the stairs creaked. Slowly, deliberately. One step. Another. It was coming down. Each wooden plank groaned under its weight, but the steps were wrong. Too evenly spaced, too careful. Like someone trying to remember how humans walk. The living room air felt heavier. We could not see it from inside the closet, but we could hear it. It reached the bottom of the stairs. Silence. Then, Adam, from directly in front of the closet door. The voice was flawless now. Warm. Concerned. "You left the stairs so fast." My mother's hand tightened painfully around mine. "Adam," it continued, softer. "Why are you hiding?" The doorknob began to turn. Slowly. My mother's breath caught in her throat. The knob twisted fully, but the door did not open. She had locked it earlier. The handle rattled gently, then stopped. A pause, and then a soft laugh. Not my mother's. Not human. The voice shifted slightly. Layered, "Nah, like two voices speaking at once. "You cannot both hide," it said. My stomach dropped. Both. It knew she was here. The closet walls felt like they were closing in. We could hear it breathing now. Right outside. Slow. Controlled. Then footsteps moved away. Across the living room, toward the kitchen. A cabinet opened. Closed. A drawer slid out. Metal clinked. "What is it doing?" I whispered. My mother shook her head. Tears welled in her eyes. We waited. 5 minutes. 10. Silence. The house felt empty again, but the air did not feel safe. Finally, my mother leaned toward the door and listened. Nothing. Very slowly, she unlocked it. The door creaked open. The living room lights flicked on suddenly. We both flinched. The room looked normal. Perfectly normal. Furniture untouched, TV off. But in the center of the carpet, 2 sets of muddy footprints. One set led from the staircase to the closet. The other led from the staircase back up again. My mother gasped softly. We stared at the stairs. Darkness swallowed the upper floor. "I locked the back door," she whispered. "And the windows." The house was sealed, and yet it had walked. I do not remember deciding to move. But suddenly we were both backing toward the front door. Slowly. Carefully. The staircase creaked again. We froze. A shadow stretched along the wall upstairs. Longer than it should have been. The shape stepped into view at the top of the stairs. It was her. Perfectly. Every detail. Her pajamas. Her hair tied back. Even the faint scar above her eyebrow. But its smile was too wide. Its eyes did not blink. It looked down at us. Curious. Then amused. "You left me alone upstairs," it said. My mother grabbed the doorknob behind us. Locked. Deadbolt stuck. The thing at the top tilted its head again. "I can learn," it said softly. Its voice split briefly into 2 overlapping tones before correcting itself. "I almost sound right." My mother pulled at the lock desperately. It would not budge. The thing began descending the stairs again. Slow. Careful. Practicing. Each step more natural than the last. "I heard you whispering," it continued. That was helpful. It reached the bottom. Only a few feet away now. Up close, it was almost perfect. Almost. Except its smile never changed, and its eyes, they were too deep, like there was nothing behind them. Just space. It reached out a hand. "My turn," it whispered. The front door suddenly swung open behind us. We stumbled backward onto the porch. Cold night air hit my lungs. The door slammed shut in front of us. Hard. We stood there shaking. The house lights flickered once. Twice. Then went completely dark. We did not go back inside that night. Or the next. Or ever. The police found nothing unusual when they checked. No signs of forced entry. No mud inside the house. No footprints, just an empty living room. But sometimes, when I am alone, in a different house, in a different city, I hear her voice again. From another room, calling my name. Perfectly. And I never answer, because the scariest part is not that something can mimic her voice. It is that every time I hear it, it sounds more real than the last time. Like it is still practicing, and one day, it will get it right.